not only that standard with expository techniques, but we're going to talk about the rhetorical analysis and we're going to talk about meaning and purpose with this language standard. So all these are going to come back up when we talk about our learning target and our success criteria. Know a people as one thing, as only one thing, over and over again, and that is what they become. So when you think about the I do section, you're just simply going to say, today we're going to evaluate how an author's nuanced word choices, expository techniques, and organizational patterns communicate ideas clearly. Before we evaluate, though, we have to analyze, watch how I do both. This is important because you're going to establish the purpose for learning. This is where you're going to recenter that learning target for today. So you're going to move and say, hey, start with the words themselves. Ask, why does the author make this specific word choice? I noticed that she repeats the phrase one thing. Show people as one thing and as only one thing over and over again, and that is what they become. Explain that a less careful writer might have called this redundancy. What does that word redundancy mean? Explain something that we just said that she repeats. Then show them that redundancy is a synonym for repetition. So we're building that language acquisition as we go. And then continue to say, but before we deem this as either a weakness or a strength, we have to ask, is this particular choice nuanced? Is it actually doing something? Then think about the actual structure. Explain to them that you notice two things happening at once. First, you notice that she's using the repetition that we just talked about. Then she structures her idea using the cause and effect method. The cause is that people only hear one story about a group repeated over and over again. So the effect is going to be that the story becomes the entire truth about that group, accepted as complete. So after they've identified both the expository technique and the organizational pattern, it's time to move into the evaluation moment. Remember, this is where most of our students miss the mark. Is this repetition of one thing purposeful or careless? I claim it to be purposeful, and here's why. The repetition enacts the very argument that she is making. The more you hear one thing repeated, the more real it becomes. Her language mirrors the mechanism of the stereotype itself. That is not wordiness, that is craft. So she's showing us through her word choice and the cause and effect of the effect that it has on the people that it's being. So therefore, my evaluation is that the cause and effect structure combined with the repetition makes her message exceptionally clear. The reader doesn't have to infer the danger. The structure delivers it directly. And the word choice makes it land with force. So we're showing them how all of these things work together.